All right, guys, Steven Crowder's getting dragged through the mud, and I found the tweet thread to prove it. So, for those of you who haven't been keeping up, Steven Crowder is currently going through a divorce with his wife, Hillary Crowder. She filed for divorce because, as I'm sure everybody remembers, the video that she leaked to the internet a couple months back that supposedly showed that Steven Crowder was quote unquote an abuser, which, I mean, those of us who saw the video, most of us would probably agree that that's not actually abuse. What she's trying to claim is abuse. Because what kind of abuser says, I'm going to fuck you up, and then immediately apologizes afterwards? Like, man, I wish my abusers were that nice. Or maybe what Steven Crowder did to Hillary wasn't abuse. But anyways, let's get into the newer news. So let's start at the top of this tweet thread. Actually, let's go in chronological order. So let's start at the bottom of the tweet thread. Okay, so for those of you that don't know, Steven Crowder is being extorted by Jared Morgan and his ex-wife, Hillary Crowder. Jared Morgan is an ex-employee of Steven Crowder's. However, he has not worked for Steven Crowder for a couple of years now. But Steven Crowder managed to find text message documentation between his ex-wife and this Jared Morgan guy. And here, check it out. Even Hillary Crowder sent Jared Morgan Steven Crowder's current address. And then shortly after that address, a threat showed up on Steven Crowder's door. And yeah, this is in court documentation. So, this is indisputable fact at this point. And then Hillary Crowder also tried to remove Joe Lewis by claiming he was dangerous. The quote here, defendants have also tried to remove Joe Lewis, the beloved Argentinian doggo, from Mr. Crowder's possession by falsely maligning him with a dangerous, aggressive dog based on a completely fabricated history from the previous owner. But the previous owner has since signed an affidavit confirming the defendant's claims about Joe Lewis are conclusively false. Very interesting, I would say. Also, the attorney that Hillary Crowder has hired is a very famous attorney called Brian Friedman. He's represented such people as Tucker Carlson, Don Lemon, Megyn Kelly, Gabrielle Union, Tiffany Cross, and many, many more very famous, very high-profile people. And yeah, funny enough, Steven Crowder is actually paying Hillary $25,000 a month for her lawyer fees. And she's also now apparently looking for work, which is just laughable because it's like 25 grand a month isn't enough for you. I mean, I guess you're probably spending all of that on your fucking lawyer. Because look at the lawyer that you hired. Like, it's absolutely absurd. Steven Crowder is paying this woman $25,000 a month so that she can divorce him. And now she's out here looking for work. Listen to this. Looking for work that is remote with flexibility. I am open to anything, particularly work that will allow me to be present at home with the twins. I look forward to bringing my diligence, hard work ethic, creativity, and ability to think outside the box into whatever work environment I end up in. Blah, 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 blah. I'm sorry, Hillary. All of that's true for your husband, Steven, but nobody cares about you. Nobody, what jobs have you done besides be Steven's wife, which you apparently failed epically at doing that? If anyone takes this woman seriously, they're a fool. Also, everybody remembers the ring footage that started this whole controversy that Hillary, quote unquote, leaked to the press. Well, guess what? Check out this court document here. Mrs. Crowder intentionally deleted all other footage that depicted the marital home, as well as all footage from their vacation-like residence, while under express orders from the court barring such actions. That's right. The supposed clip that Hillary Crowder showed everyone that said, see, here is video proof that Steven is abusing me. Well, guess what? She deleted all the other footage. So now nobody knows the context of what led up to that event. Nobody will ever know except for Hillary and Steven. Well, I don't know about you, but in my opinion, the people who are deleting, video of the supposed crime are probably the ones who are guilty of the crime, because people who are innocent don't delete video that proves their innocence. Only people who are guilty do that, especially when after the court, or there was a court order barring her from doing it and she still did it anyways. Like, that just screams guilty. And here we have court documented text message proof that Hillary's father sent to Hillary and through text message, and I quote, "The longer the divorce proceedings go on, the worse the outcome is for SC," meaning Steven Crowder. Absolutely sick and disgusting. These people are out to get him. Over here we have a screenshot of text message proof that Hillary was talking with Jared, and she was saying she's just really trying to get Steven Crowder away from their kids. I wonder why, Hillary. I'm pretty sure you're just trying to use the kids as a cudgel to bludgeon Steven Crowder into your submitting to your will. And now we're getting into the extortion scheme of Jared, Steven Crowder's ex-employee who hasn't worked with him for a few years. And this is Jared texting Hillary Crowder in February of 2023. And the court wants to note that to further the defendant's personal desire to keep Crowder away from his own children, defendant helped Hillary craft the further extortion scheme by providing false, disparaging stories and closely held beliefs about Louder with Crowder. Typed by Jared states, "Any scenario where Hillary and I team up is the end of him. It's his worst nightmare. Watch real fear enter his eyes when Tim asks the question." I'm assuming that means Tim Pool. Next, we have a photo of Hillary Crowder meeting with Jared in a public space. And here we have some text messages. These text messages, well, the first one is from Jared. The second one's from Hillary. Jared says, "Hey, I have tickets for the aquarium at 2 p.m. We'll pick y'all up at the airport. Figured we could take you to check in at your hotel if you wanted to grab food before getting to the fish." Hillary says, "Oh, that's so sweet. Thanks. Perfect." Not only that, you can see in the pictures here, Hillary has a binder of a book that she appears to be writing called How He Changed My Mind. Nobody cares, Hillary. Literally nobody cares about you. You are irrelevant. The only reason you were relevant was because you were married to a man who was relevant. Now that you're divorcing him, taking his kids, taking 25 grand a month from him, and then trying to destroy his name in the public square, nobody cares about you, and anyone who takes you seriously is a fool. And finally here, we have a text message. It's in a group text message, I believe, from Hillary's father, outlining the extortion scheme that they are attempting to prosecute Steven Crowder with. As you can see here in the highlighted part, fully understand and agree that Hillary's goals and expectations for the outcome of this divorce are reasonable and attainable, not necessarily according to Texas family law precedent, but by employing a media/Brian Friedman and PR strategy that will significantly threaten his public persona and brand. Well, guys, that's the down low of what's been going on with the Steven Crowder case, and the more and more I find out about this, the more I hate Hillary Crowder. Like 25 grand a month? Why the hell is the court forcing Steven to pay his ex-wife $25,000 a month so that she can divorce him in court? That's absurd. That is absurd. And then on top of that, Hillary's out here looking for work because, $300,000 a year ain't enough. I mean, obviously, that 25 grand a month is only until the divorce is over, but we all know she's literally taking all of that money that's supposed to be going towards their children and spending it on a lawyer so that she can divorce Steven. I mean, that guy, Brian Friedman, he is probably not a cheap lawyer. He's one of the best lawyers in America, so he probably comes at a hefty price, and it's probably why Hillary's looking for work. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think about this whole case down in the comments. I can't believe there's still people who believe that Crowder is actually guilty of something here when it's like there's no evidence of it. All the evidence seems to point in the direction that people are actually out to get Crowder, especially his wife. And on top of that, the older generations and older people are wondering why marriage is dead. This is why marriage is dead. I mean, look at this. Steven Crowder was a very well-respected man, and now his wife is just dragging his name through the mud and trying to destroy his reputation, his business, everything he spent his whole life building, all for what? So she can milk him for the little bit more money? Pathetic. This is pathetic. This is why we need divorce reform. So if you hate Hillary as much as I do, either one of the Hillarys, Hillary Clinton or Hillary Crowder, I don't care. If you hate either one of those Hillarys, go ahead, leave a like on this video, subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to follow me on Rumble.